What's up guys, back at you guys with another video. I'm re-recording this intro because I messed up the first one, but this video will be talking about the Mitsubishi Outlander and also the future of Mitsubishi. And as we know, Mitsubishi has been on the downturn recently, but they expect that this new Outlander will of course increase their sales and overall brand perception of this product. So let's just get into the vehicle. So if we take a look at the exterior, overall it looks like a bigger SUV compared to the Rogue RAV4 and its competitors. It's supposedly an inch longer and an inch wider in terms of wheelbase compared to those cars. In terms of the exterior design, I'm not really digging it. If you look at a car like a Face, like the daytime running lights are just really squinty, and then the divorced headlights, the main headlights, are just this big bulbous round design. The LEDs in those divorced headlights don't have any sort of design or anything to it. And then this grille, this just adds on to this mess of the front that I do not like. It makes it, the way it's designed makes it look like a beak in my opinion. So you have these slated grills with the Mitsubishi logo in the center, and then you have some sort of plastic or all black right below it. And it just looks like it's jutting out instead of a cohesive design that many other SUVs have. As we can see, the mirrors are below the A-pillar, so this car will have some decent visibility. And the rest of the car is just basic SUV, similar to kind of like how a Palisade or more of a Palisade type look to it. We do have the floating rear glass that Nissan has been putting on their designs. Maybe Mitsubishi copied that similar design element to the rear. And then we got two fake exhausts at the back as well as these taillights. And that's pretty much it. Some basic SUV stuff right here. But where Mitsubishi did make improvements to the car is through the interior. And as we can see, a lot is shared with the Nissan Rogue. For starters, 9-inch screen. We got buttons for the radio, the nav, and other stuff right below it. So it's going to be easier to navigate to your stuff. And we got volume and tuning knobs. So for all of you who like that feature on your modern vehicle, we still got it. Below that, we got the AC control vents. Probably your heated and cooled seats and stuff like that below that. And then we got the gear lever as well as drive modes. And Mitsubishi does have drive modes for like snow, gravel, mud, stuff like that. They're trying to get that off-road look and feel into their vehicle. And of course, we get that 12.3-inch digital cluster. It'll probably run a similar software, the same with the 9-inch screen compared to the Nissan Rogue. It'll probably just have some Mitsubishi logos and stuff like that, but I feel like from what I've seen, it'll be pretty similar to what that is. I think they did do the interior better. I do like the singular vent style here. I think the white looks especially good, but unless you have kids, you're probably going to dirty that up real fast. I'm not so much liking the black and the orange stitching interior, but I do think it does do the interior better than the Rogue in my opinion. In fact, probably better than the CR-V, the RAV4, and its other competitors. And as we know, it's a 7-seater. So this is going to be the benefit over the Rogue. I did see TFL's like early first drive review of this, and Roman was having like a hard time getting into the interior. I think even if you're small, like 5'7" small, you're not gonna have a good time in that third row. So I would look at this vehicle as basically a 2-row competitor to the Rogue, CR-V, RAV4, but you do get an extra third row for emergencies. For example, you're picking up your kids from a soccer game, your neighbor's kids needs a ride too. Great, throw them in that emergency third row. In terms of car, you get 11.7 cubic feet of cargo space with the third row up, and then 33.7 with the seats folded, and then it goes all the way up to 79.3 with both rows folded down. So if you're using this as primarily a two-row vehicle, that cargo space should be sufficient for a lot of people in my. And one more little bit about the interior. In the back seats, you're going to get rear AC vents for the second row, and also you're going to get heated rear seats. So Nissan did step it up a lot, and they did take that Nissan interior, but they did make it quite, not quite, but just a little bit better than what was presented to us. The only thing about it is that I really think at Nissan that Mitsubishi should redo their logo, because like I look at this whole interior, I'm like, that's pretty nice, and I see that Mitsubishi logo on the steering wheel, I'm just like, it screams cheap. I don't know what it is, if it's just a mental thing about the car, but it's just my opinion. So let's get on to performance. Engine, we got 2.5 liter inline four that makes 81 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. It's attached to that Nissan CVT that's in the Rogue. In a perfect way, they would have just gone with a normal automatic transmission, making it a little more different from the Nissan, and they could have tuned that engine for maybe another 20 horsepower, because this is a 7-seater, as we know. So like, this power is good for like 2 people, but when you add 3 normal-sized human beings in the rear, and then another 2 human beings in that third row, this is going to feel lethargic going down roads, highways, and it's going to lack some power. I've been seeing 0 to 60 in around the 8.2 to 8.5 range. Car and Driver got 8.2. So again, for 1 to 2 people, this will be just fine, and you're going to get some decent fuel economy out of it. We're talking 27 in the city, 35 on the highway, and then all-wheel drive models are rated at 26 city and 33 on the highway. So not too bad for what this is. And of course, the handling and stuff, Mitsubishi, according to a Car and Driver actually article, said that the engineers designed the vehicle to be a little more driver focused and sporty than what the Rogue offered. I don't think it's going to be anything like what people say the CX-5 drives like, but I do think that it'll offer a somewhat engaged driving feel, and be somewhat connected to the road, to the road, compared to what these other vehicles in this segment offer. Now, let's take a look at the safety features that this offers. We got the My Pilot Assist, which has Navi-based linked, which is basically Nissan Safety Shield Plus. It has adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, traffic sign recognition, and speed limit assist. And then standard is lane departure assist, active blind spot assist, and rear automatic braking. Now let's get into the pricing and packaging of this vehicle and break it down a little bit. Okay, I'll try to have the prices up on the screen for each packaging. I'm going to say the price for the two-row model. I'm going to say the price for the two-wheel drive model. With all-wheel drive, you can add about 1,500 to about 2,000 to the price. So the ES comes standard with 18-inch alloy wheels, the standard face safety features, which is forward collision mitigation, blind spot monitoring, rear automatic emergency braking, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, front USB ports, and then also the 8-inch screen, which will have the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on it. And that comes in at $25,795. The ES, there's an optional convenience packages, which is $1,000. It adds 20-inch alloys, and then Mitsubishi Connect, which is basically like you can start your car with your phone, stuff like that. Next is the SE, which comes in around $28,845, which is what most consumers would buy. It includes the 20-inch alloyed wheels, the LED fog lamps, the heated door and front seats, leather-wrapped steering wheel, Mitsubishi Connect, multi-view camera system, fast smart entry system, My Pilot Assist, which has the adaptive cruise control with stop and go, lane keep assist, lane departure prevention, traffic sign recognition, and also the 9-inch display. And then you also get wireless charging here, which is usually included in like the top trim vehicles, from what I've seen. And then you get the rear USB ports, and that comes in at $28,845, as I said. And I would probably take that over the ES, and the ES with the convenience package. There's also going to be a tech package on the SC, which brings it up to $31,145, which has a 12.3 full LCD display, the Bose sound system, and also the power panoramic sunroof. Top of the line is the SCL, which you get basically everything from the SC without the technology package. So you're going to get leather appointed seating, memory seats, adjustable passenger seat, roof rails, heated rear seats, 3-zone automatic climate control, and that 12.3-inch LCD driver display, and that's going to be $31,945. So, personally, I would do like the SC with the technology package before I do the SEL. And then you can add with that the touring package, which basically throws everything you could possibly get in this vehicle, and that includes the heated steering wheel, semi-alkaline leather surfaces, which I think is the quilting, a 10.8 heads-up display, a Bose premium sound system, power panoramic sunroof, and rear door pull-up shades. So I think this is packaged well. It starts slightly above a Rogue, and then fully loaded, it's slightly below a Rogue. And I think this offers a lot of value for what they're giving you. And again, I would go with like the SC or the SC with the technology package. So basically, this is kind of in a class of its own, like something like a Sorento, and other traditional three-row vehicles like the Pilot Highlander. Those are starting around $29K and can go all the way up to like $45K. But of course, you're paying for more power, more space, maybe even a better interior and tech in some cases. The closest rival that I saw is the Tiguan, which starts at $25,000, $245, and that has a similar engine, a Turbo 4 with 184 horsepower that you can get with like that emergency third row that I was talking about. So with this, you're getting one of the cheapest third rows possible, and something that won't feel like an economy box, and it has decent driving dynamics. The power won't be that good, but you will get nice tech and nice safety features for the money. And I think this will sell a bit in its market. I think Mitsubishi did a pretty good job with this vehicle. Now I wanted to discuss what this could look like in the future, because Mitsubishi's whole lineup could use a revitalization. What I think would happen is that they probably do similar with future vehicles, and they take powertrain from Nissan and technology and make it their own. I hope they make it a little more different than this car versus the Rogue, kind of like what Kia and Hyundai have been doing, and just differentiate their cars a little bit and give consumers a reason to go get their car instead of their sister brand. Because with this, if you're looking at you just need 2 rows in a vehicle, why would I buy this over a Rogue, CRV, a CX-5, or RAV4? Because in terms of brand perception matters a lot with consumers, So you have like Toyota, Honda at the top, you got your Mazda, Nissan's like a tier below that, and then even another tier below that is a Mitsubishi. And because Mitsubishi is perceived more of as a poor person's brand, I don't know if a kinder way to say that, I feel like people will kind of automatically cross it off its list and move on to the other competitors. So they kind of needs to make sure that they're kind of putting out exciting products that would make a consumer buy their product over the leaders in the market space. And with this partnership with Nissan, it could be pretty good because Mitsubishi is supposed to be moving to electric. That's why they canceled their fun cars, just like the Evo, for example, because they want to focus on electricity. Nissan is coming out with electronic vehicles such as the Ariya. They already have the Nissan Leaf out, which is a pretty good seller. So Mitsubishi can take this tech and make something like a plug-in hybrid version of this car, and it would sell pretty well, I would think. They can even make like a fully electric sedan or SUV and have it be like a cheap entry with decent range and decent power for the cheapest price possible. And I think that's where maybe Mitsubishi might go next with their brand. Well, I think I'm kind of done with my thoughts. Tell me what you think. Do you like the Outlander? Do you think what do you think Mitsubishi's role in the car industry will be heading into the future? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Thank you guys for the support in my previous videos. I think we're at 34 subscribers now. Let's go to 35. Thanks for watching. Peace.